Hi guys, thanks very much for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at the full lesson for high Ren. Now I did do the first part of this a couple of months ago, and it's taken me quite a bit of time to get the whole thing done. So for those that have been waiting for it, apologies. Thank you for your patience. And I've had lots of comments, lots of requests, a lot of people chasing me up. So I'm really glad to be able to have the whole thing for you here now. I've combined both lessons together. So the whole thing's here. So obviously if you've done the first part already, just skip ahead. If you're new, then you've got the whole thing here in this video. So I appreciate all the subscribers and everything I've got from the first lesson. You know, it's done really well. I really appreciate all that. If you're new to the channel and you like this stuff, then again, if you subscribe, I really appreciate that. And I've got a few other Ren lessons here. I've got Jenny's Tale, got I Shot the Sheriff from the Big Push, so you can check them out as well. I'm working on a few other things, so and if there's any requests, please leave them in the comments below, and I promise I'll get round to them. Alright guys, let's just dive right into the lesson. Enjoy. So we're going to break it down into 4 little parts. So in the song, Ren uses this part for D minor. But we're going to keep it simple. We're going to use the D minor chord here. Right, just the open D minor chord. So, we put our first finger on the high E string on 1, middle finger on 2, and third finger on 3 on the B. Okay? And we start with this a little bit. Okay? So we're climbing down this chord from the D string. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then when we get to the high E string, we take our finger off. Okay. And then we're going to hammer on 1 with our index finger, and then back off again. Like that, right? And then just climb up the rest of the chord. So again, that goes like this. Okay. And then we've got to do this little thing. Like that. Okay, so again, our middle finger's already here on the D string. We're going to slide that up to 3, back to 2, and then 0, right? And then on the D string, 2, 0. Then I'm going to use my index finger to bar the G and the B, 2, 2, and then high E open. Alright. Again, if you want tabs for this, I'm happy to do that. Again, just see if there's enough interest in the video, and I'll happily do that for you. Okay, so, again, from the start. Alright, and that's part number 1. So part number 2 goes like this. Alright, so it starts off the exact same as part 1. And then I'm just going to make it easy and show you what frets I'm getting here, right? I'm getting 3, 1, 0, 3, 2, 3, 0, 2, landing on the D there, right? Just climbing up this D minor scale. So again, we're in D minor, and what I do, Ren doesn't do this, I just think it sounds nice, alright? I'm not trying to do anything to his work, but I like to strum into that, right? So strumming into that 3 first. 0, sorry, 3, 1, 0, 3, 2, 3, 0, 2. And then you start again. Alright, and in part 3. So part 3 again starts the same. But then we go into this kind of like fast little lick, right? Which is kind of challenging, right? We go. Now he plays like this on the high E string, which is just a little bit crazy for my fingers, and probably you too. So I've tried to find a different way of playing that. Which, honest to God, I found it a little bit challenging if I'm being completely honest. But I'll show you the best way, the easiest way that I found to be able to play that. So we start off with this. 6, 8, 6, 5, 4. Like that. And what I'm doing is I'm keeping my finger on both strings here because that gets me into position to play that lick. And I come into 5 and play this, right? I've got 5 on the high E, 8, 6, 5, and then from the bottom 6, 5, 8, 6. Like that, right? It is a bit of a challenge, alright? It takes a bit of practice, but you get there eventually. You just need to keep at it. Okay, so then that's part 3. We get back in to the D minor chord again. And we do this again, right? So again. I'm going to use my middle finger to slide up to 4, 5, then 3, 5 in the B, and then again middle finger from 4 to 6, 7, 5, 7, oh sorry, 5, 6, alright, like that. So guys, we're going to kick off the second part of the lesson by finishing off that intro, and it's going to sound like this. Alright, sounds great. I love it. Ren, you're amazing. Okay, so we're in a D minor chord here. Okay, and basically what we're using is the A minor shape on the 5th fret, bar on the 5th fret. Okay, now in the original, Ren he's plucking the D note, he's in drop D, and he's bending this note up and down on the 7th fret. But we're using the D minor chord for this steel string interpretation, shall we say. And we're plucking that D note down up, okay, plucking it again. And then when I strum down this time, I'm gonna bend those notes down and up. Okay, to get that effect. A couple of more strums, and then into this really cool lick. Lovely, right? So what we're doing here, again, not in drop D, we need to adjust the notes that we use in the top string compared to what he uses. We're going to go 1, 2, right? 1 on the low E, 2 on the A. Then I'm going to slide with my 3rd finger to 4 on the A, 3 in the D. And then slide up to 5 on the D, 4 on the G. Alright? And then slide up to 6 on the G, and then 5 on the B. And that's the first lick. Then we're going to get back into the D minor chord, alright? Similarly, basically the same to what we did at the start. And then we're going to do this little, not little, but a really quite fancy diminished run, alright? Which goes like this. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're going again in standard tuning. 1, 2, 1. Alright, 1 on the F, the low E string. 1, 2 on the A, then 1 on the D string. Alright, and then the good way to think about the next 2 little licks is they're the same shape, right? I'm going to slide to 4 on the A, 3 on the D, and then 2 on the G. Alright, so quite easy on the fingers, right? Because you're just going down a fret. 4, 3, 2. Right? 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. Then the same shape from the D string. 5, 4, 3. So again, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, and then on the G is where it changes. I slide up to 6, and I'm going to go 5, 3. Alright, that's because the B string's tuned differently. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 3. I think I said that right. Let's just do it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 3. And then I'm going to slide again on the G. We're going to stay on these bottom 3 strings now. I'm going to slide really from anywhere, but I'm going to slide from 5 to 9 on the G. 8, 7, right? Again, using that same shape. 9, 5, 7. Then I'm going to slide from 9 to 12, 11, 9. And then 12 to 15, 14, 12, right? So I'm going to walk through the whole thing nice and slow here, right? 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 3, 9, 8, 7, 12, 11, 9, 15, 14, 12. Alright, and then we're going to do this little lick. We're going to go 15. Alright, 15 on the G. Then 15 on the high E. Got to get my pinky on that. 12 on the high E. 14 on the B. 11. 10 on the B. And then 10 on the G. Alright. So all together goes like this. Alright, so now we're going to break down the biggest part of the song, which is, you know, the conversation that's happening between Ren and his other half. Alright, so I'm just going to play it the way I would from the start when he starts singing, and then it gets into the, you know, the conversation stuff. And hopefully you'll be able to see the kind of technique that I'm using on the guitar, to the dynamics, to emphasize what's happening there. Alright, so it starts like this. Alright, so hopefully you get what I'm doing there, and it changes a little bit, you know, where we start, depending on where the conversation's starting. So I'll explain all that. But basically, best way to think about it is when Ren, you know, is singing or speaking, you know, when it's not his subconscious, we're basically using this chord progression, right? And I like to use the open chords for this. So the open D minor, A minor, B flat, F, and then what I do is I take my finger off the first fret and I play it like that. Okay, and I just use some strumming. we'll actually use a different kind of strumming when he's singing, like this. Alright. And then when we go into, you know, the subconscious singing, we I start like this. Like this kind of thing going on. So basically, you take your fingers off, right, and just keep them above the strings. So you've got this kind of thing here. So you can slap it down and then strum it down and push the strings in like this. And sometimes I'll do this kind of thing. So we kind of get in 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And then we go into singing. And then high red, da 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 da. And then we go into a G minor. So when the subconscious is singing, it's just gone between D minor and G minor. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And sometimes we'll just stab that. You'll know yourself from the song when there's like just like a stab and then some talking without any music playing. So the song's so long, I've lost track of when that happens. So you just kind of need to figure that out for yourself. They have the chord progressions. You know, for the subconscious, D minor, G minor, and sometimes again it will stop like that, and then it'll go back into Ren speaking, and does that you get back into the first chord progression, right? But this time when he's talking, I'll do like be really gentle with it, and rather than be like this is a bit harsher with the subconscious. You'll notice when the music's playing, it goes into a more softer kind of tone, and I like to do this. So again, down, 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 down like this, but softer, gentler strum. You can really use that for contrast between the two. Alright. And again, that makes up the most of the song. So practice that. I hope that makes sense. And we'll look at the next part. Alright guys, so for this section I'm going to try my best to teach you the interlude part, alright? It goes a little bit crazy. In standard tuning. Alright, so made it a little bit difficult for me and you, but let's go for it, right? So I'm going to break it down into steps. The first part is going to go like this, right? Get to the next bit, alright? But yeah, let's break that part down, right? So we've got the open A string on its own at first. Now again, he's using the D note and the low E string, but we've not got that available to us right away. So what we've got to do is we've got to just stab down in the open A like that, and then 1, and then when we get to 2, again we're just climbing up here, right? Get that low E string in, right? Like that. And then when we get to 3, we can start using this power chord shape, right? We've got 1 on the low E, and D on the A, right? Right, so. Alright, then we've got to move up with this shape now, we've got to climb up. And when we get to 2 and 4, we're going to start going down, up, down, up. We've got to climb up until we get to 6 and 8, and we're just going to stab down again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we get up to 12, we're going to start climbing down faster, down, up, down, up. We're going to do that 4 times. And then we're going to come into this power chord on the A and D string, 5 and 7. Okay, down, up, down, up. And then up 1 fret to 6 and 8. And then we've got to climb down from 7 and 9. Like that, right? Like that. Then back up to these power chords here, 1 and 3. We're going to go. Right, so for the first 3 frets. And then, kind of different rhythm. Down, pressure off, down, up, right? Up to 9. 7 and 9, sorry. Alright, so. Like that, alright? And that's that section. Alright, so this is the part, honestly, that I have a little bit of trouble with at the moment. It's just about speeding it up, which is the hard part, alright? But I'm going to break it down slowly, so at least you know what to do, and whether you can get it better than I can, alright? So basically, we're using what is commonly referred to as the Jimi Hendrix chord. Alright, it's like a B7 shape, but we're starting on the 3rd fret. We've got 3, 2, 3 from the A string, and then pinky on 4 on the B. Right? And what's happening is we're strumming down once, coming back 1 full fret, up stroke, and back again, down 1 stroke. And then we're climbing all the way up, doing that same thing, climbing up a fret every time. Until we're on 10 and 11 here on the B. I'm pretty sure anyway, right? I'm sure somebody will let me know if I've got this wrong. See, it's a little bit rough, right? But we'll practice it and we'll get it, right? Okay, so that's that part. So we finish it off with this little diminished lick again, this time climbing back the way, which is really nice. Goes like this. Alright, so what we're doing here is we've got 15, 15, right, on the G and the E, and what we're doing, he picks it like this, right? But I can use a pick. What I'm doing is I've got my 3rd finger muting the B string here, so I can just strum down like that and get the 2 strings together. Okay, so 15, 15, then 12 on the high E, 14, 11 on the B. And then we're just going to use that same shape, but down to 12, 9, 11, 8, and then 9, 6, 8, 5, then 6, 3, 5, 2, and then 2 on the G. And that's it. Alright guys, so this was probably one of the most toughest lessons that I've ever had to do. So I hope you appreciate it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. For those who were there, who got the first lesson and been waiting for the second one, I do apologise it took me so long to get round to doing it all. As you can see, it is a bit of work learning it all. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please subscribe, like, leave me a comment, all that jazz. It's been wonderful to learn this, and it's opened me up to Ren's music, and learning how to play his stuff and interpret it is brings you deeper into the music, and it makes you appreciate it so much more. So just like you guys, I'm a big fan of this guy. I think he's great, and I hope that he becomes as successful as he should be, and makes his mark on the world, because his message is great, and it will help a lot of people. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.